Today, Precarious plays
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Specifically, I think that a Legend of Zelda RPG type game would be well served by Termina, right?
Mm-hmm.
This space.
Yeah.
I think that... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put this out in the ether because it is not something... I could start now and I would probably die. Like, I would probably be dead before I could wind up in a position where this would be, like, actionable, you know? Like, for me to make something like this myself. I've had an idea, like, what I would want a Legend of Zelda MMO or other big multiplayer game to look like.
Mm-hmm.
It would be set in Termina. Everyone would just be a bomber, like one of the bomber kids from Clocktown.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of the classes would just be different masks that you would put on to transform into.
All right. I need your opinion on something.
Yes.
That sounds cool, by the way.
Okay.
There's clearly a treasure chest in that doorway, right?
No, it's above the doorway. It's a secret. Probably needs the lens of truth if you want to get some idea of how to get up to it.
Yes. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't incorrect in thinking that.
You don't have to go up there to look at it. You can just turn around with the lens of truth and go into first-person mode.
Mm.
So, something that I could do, I suppose, is just having like a 5e. While you're not Z-targeting, just press up on the stick. And you can go into first-person mode. And then just look up and behind you.
Ah, that looks dangerous as fuck.
But there, that's the secret.
Shit.
It's probably just a fairy, but if you want to get it, you can.
I do want to get it.
Okay. Well, take off your lens before it takes all of your mana away, all your magic away. I think having like a 5e D&D game, or maybe something like Burning Wheel might be more appropriate mechanically, because I feel like Burning Wheel, especially like the mouse guard rules, they tend to make for a more heroic journey, you know?
I like the storytelling. Well, it uses so much storytelling to do the mechanics at the same time. It's really well integrated. The mechanics of
Don't use your arrows, your fire arrows, because you're almost out of magic. Just use a regular arrow.
Yeah.
I don't think it refreezes until you leave the room.
Yeah, this is wiser.
Unless I'm wrong and it refroze, in which case I apologize. Yeah, I think like something like mouse guard.
What?
That's wrong. It's just right in the center of the screen. No, just right in the center of the screen. Put the thing to the right a little bit, a little further to the right, less to the right, more to the right. More to the right, I'm not kidding. Up a little bit. Up a little bit. Stop. There. Even I was off a little bit there, but still, close enough. Now quick, make that jump. So it doesn't wreck your day again. Make sure to toggle the lens of truth on and off so it doesn't actually deplete your magic. Because if you only keep it on for like a half second or so, it doesn't use any MP. So like, turn it on, line up the jump, turn it off. You work on that. In Mouse Guard, what you do, you set a number of challenges, and it's supposed to be like either other mice or the weather or like a wild animal that winds up being a challenge. And adapting that to Legend of Zelda would be really easy, because it would just be like wild animals, minions of Ganon, or like a puzzle, like in the environment, right? Mm-hmm. So one of like the mysterious block puzzles that winds up in a forest meadow because Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Very carefully press up, and he'll pull himself back up.
I need to do a right angle,
Yes.
but I'm just a little off.
Yes.
Could you take this controller and straighten me out, please? Just because...
I think one thing you can do is you can... that changes your facing.
What did you do? Go into first person mode and then...
I left first person mode.
Okay. Just me and
You
line.
know, that's frustrating because...
It's the fineness of... It's kind of jerky.
Like, I promise you, I'm
Okay,
pushing...
but I'm lined up perfectly right now, so don't screw it up.
I was pushing straight to the right, and it was making me move a little bit forward.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's fine. Use first person mode after you pull yourself back up. Yes, first person mode lets you turn on the spot.
All right, how do I do that again?
Up on the what would be the up C button whenever Tattle isn't trying to tattle you something. Isn't trying to tattle on someone or something. You might be able to use the Lens of Truth from here. I think Link's model just did some sort of freak out. Remember to approach the ledge strongly so you jump instead of just falling off. There.
There.
Oh.
Oh.
Being able to have a class-based tabletop RPG where every character, I mean, it could be kind of cute if you just make like, you know, half a dozen character sheets.
Yeah.
And then you present the masks in game, and then whenever these little kids that everyone's actually playing as, whenever they turn into whatever's represented by that mask, you just give them that character sheet. Mm-hmm. I think that could be pretty slick, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you just have one character sheet for, like, Hylian Hero. Because everybody just wants to play as Link, and it could be cool, because then everyone at the table could get to be Link. Which really always winds up being the goal of multiplayer Zelda games. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the whole purpose of Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah.
They introduce a magic sword that splits Link into 4 people. With 4 brightly colored tunics. I don't know how they rationalize it in Triforce Heroes, but everybody's still just Link. So just imagine if everyone started as a bomber, and that's who you would actually be. You would be a little bomber kid.
Yeah.
Like by default in this setting. And then you would get like you could have like a Goron mask and a Deku mask, and you could have weird stuff. You could have like a Gerudo mask and turn into one of the Gerudo. You could have like enemy masks. Like you could have like an Octorok mask. Mm-hmm. That could be really cool if maybe like, probably you wouldn't want to...
I don't know what's happening. This thing's freaking out.
I wonder if you have some sort of secret tracker. Oh no, pause the game. Look to the menu on where it has like your shield and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In Ocarina of Time, I think it was called like the Stone of Agony, but maybe they just made that like a core part of the game, and it rumbles if you're on a secret.
Yeah, it does that in certain spots near
Try
Rocktown.
putting the Great Fairy mask on and see if it pulls a fairy out of nowhere. Like maybe it's the Scarecrow. Either way, it's probably not something that you need to worry about. Oh, wait.
There's a treasure box here. Supposedly.
Yeah, try playing the Song of... You don't have the Song of Storms. What am I saying? No, you do have you have the Song of Storms, because... No.
I'm just...
He doesn't teach you the Song of Storms. He gives you a
looking up.
mask.
Okay.
Try using the Mask of Truth? Or the Lens of Truth?
I thought I already did, but I'm gonna do it again.
You did do that. I watched you do it, didn't I?
I mean... Here we are. Nothing here. Maybe it's a level below me? No, it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't indicate that.
Right, because it has a different map.
Maybe... Oh, no. Maybe I just have to shoot this guy. This last guy.
Oh, and then it might show up.
Like,
because
you know how
killed all the
sometimes
enemies.
you-
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
you-
I think that's a good plan. Take your Lens of Truth off.
Yeah.
And then give him a shoot.
Give him what for? What for?
Is it gonna give you a do-do-do-do-do-do?
I wanted to.
You missed.
A little.
You got him.
Yes!
Wow.
Oh, I know Zelda games. I am so good. Okay, maybe not, but I am so happy.
No, I that would have been the thing that I would have done incidentally. Oh my god, it's a small
It's
key.
a whole key. That's right.
Damn.
I'm good at things. Hey, that's what we came down here for. Now I just have to remember how to get back up.
That way, and then you take the elevator.
This way?
No, to the right. Jump the gap.
Make the jump. Oh, I
Yeah.
hate jumping. Maybe I'm not so happy.
I don't know Zelda. I wonder how you would get along with like the GBA Zelda games that have Rock's Feather, and there's a slightly stronger emphasis on jumping that you have to control with button taps instead of just moving towards the edge.
I don't know.
I think that maybe having some sort of charms, some sort of magic trinkets that these kids have that helps distinguish them from one another, that could be something that you could introduce later into play once people had developed like a fondness for certain masks. So no one starts off with like a class, right?
Right.
But after a certain point, the dungeon master has provided like, here is your one Goron mask, and here is your one Zora mask. There are 3 of you. Here's, I don't know, what would be sort of an interesting one?
Goron, Zora.
Oh, like here's a Wolfos mask, right?
Yeah, that would be kind of quirky. Where was the locked door?
It was over the ramp that way, and
That
then
way.
up the staircase that will
there,
be
yeah.
immediately to your right.
Yeah, and then it would be up to them to trade around masks until they find their best self, like I did.
Yeah, with the Goron. And then they can do lovely self-care and have a nice day. Drink a tea, probably. No, what would happen is they could get equipment that affects them.
Ah, good catch. No, bad catch.
Good catch. Good catch, bad catch. good
Stupid
catch.
tiny ladder.
They could maybe get like a charm or a trinket or clothes. Like that's a Zelda thing, right? Is you gotta get new duds. So maybe like their tunic that's very unassuming when they wear the tunic as a bomber, like as just as a bomber kid.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
No, I really threaded the needle on that one.
Oh, and you're in
no.
hell. You're in
Hell?
actual hell.
Oh, no.
That's as good a place to stop as any.
That's okay. I'm safe, everybody. Being my best self right now.
Drinking a tea.
I'm so sorry. That was so bad. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Your response, though, being like, oh, as you just soared past like, there goes a platform, here goes a platform.